If Satan is imprisoned in the month of Ramadan, then why do people still commit evil deeds and sins?
Contemplation of this question merits consideration on a blessed hadith of the noble messenger, peace be upon him. The hadith is recorded in the Majah that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, is reported to have said that when the first night of Ramadan arrives, Shaitan, Satans, and the rebellious jinns, they are arrested, they are secured, they are imprisoned, and they are chained. And moreover, the doors to hell are closed and they are not opened until the end of the month of Ramadan. While on the other hand, the doors of the heavens are opened, and then none of the doors of heavens are closed until the end of the month of Ramadan. And someone then says and calls that, O seeker of goodness, O seeker of goodness, be attentive, and O you who is careful of the evil, refrain from evil. And some people are freed from hell, and that happens every night. And as per another hadith of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, which has been well recorded in Sahih Muslim Sharif, it states that the doors of the heavens are opened and the doors of the hell are closed, while the shaitan, the Satan, the devil is secured and locked in chains. So thereby confirming the blessed ahadith of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, confirming that the Satan is chained in the month of Ramadan. So your question, reverting to your question now in particular, that if the Satan is locked, if he is secured, if he is imprisoned or chained in the month of Ramadan, then why do we see people still committing or engaging in the commission of heinous and horrendous sins? Now the answer to that again merits consideration to the analysis presented by Mufti Ahmad Yar Khan Naimi Rahmatullah Alayh. Mufti Ahmad Yar Khan Naimi Rahmatullah Alayh provided the answer to this, as he says that while it is indeed true that Iblis is imprisoned along with its children in the month of Ramadan, however, in spite of this, if a person still engages in the commission of sins, he does so not because of Iblis or the other devils, but it is precisely his ego which compels him to do that. His nafs-e-ammara, which compels him to do that. His worldly desires, his egoistic desires, which compels a person and encourages a person to yet and still engage in the commission of sins. Now, from a rather realistic perspective, having shown to a man as to what is good and what is bad, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala has blessed man with the precise intellect to differentiate and to contrast between what is good and what is bad. And then Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala has given the authority and the requisite authority to man that he may tread upon either the right path, the righteous path of the righteous and the pious ones, or otherwise he may tread upon the path whereby he engages in the commission of evil deeds. So the hadith of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, is firm in nature, it is binding in authority, and the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, hadith is absolute. And as our Sayyidi, my Baba Jan, Sayyidi Shaykh Muhammad Mohsin Yusufi, he states, and he often states, that the order of the world can change. The order of the world can change, but the words uttered by the beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, they cannot change. They are bound to happen. They will happen. Why? Because the words have not come out of an ordinary person, but that person is the leader of prophets. That person is the seal of prophethood. That person is the best of all creations that there has ever been. That is the noble messenger, peace be upon him. So the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, clearly referred to this hadith, and the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, explicitly and in clear words, he stated that when the first night of Ramadan arrives and commences Shaitan, Satan, and the rebellious jinns. They are arrested, they are secured, and they are imprisoned. And from a rather realistic perspective, if we contemplate on the daily activities, on the day-to-day affairs of a man, one will come to the realization, as Sayyidi was just referring to earlier, and I wish to reiterate at this instance, that as he was saying, when the month of Ramadan arrives, the one who would not worship, he would also engage in the acts of worship, thereby clearly evidencing and establishing itself as a proof that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him's words, are bound to be fulfilled. And therefore, in lieu of that, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, is again binding, and it is authoritative in nature, which confirms that when the month of Ramadan arrives, the Satan and the devils, they are enchained, they are secured, and they are imprisoned. However, it is, as Mufti Ahmad Yar Khan Aimi Rahmatullah Alayhi stated, it is a man's nafs, it is his ego, it is his worldly desires, it is his egoistic desires which encourages him and thereby compels him to engage in the commission of evil acts and thereby, in that respect, commit sins.